What's going on, everyone? Austin John Plays here, and today I'm going to be going over how to get repeated shiny Pokemon from trees, rocks, and boxes in Pokémon Legends Arceus. So this information has actually been out for a little bit, and I was hesitant to make this video just because I wanted it to happen naturally to me. And lo and behold, while I'm actively trying to fill out my Alpha Dex, I found myself a shiny Burmy from a tree. Now, I've already gotten a shiny Burmy from a tree like forever ago. Actually, right now I'm going for an Alpha Burmy. I actually need 2 of them. So if this was an Alpha Burmy coming from this tree, this would actually be significantly more beneficial than if it was a shiny. I knew about this trick for a while, and I knew it would help in how I'm attacking the trees. So if I were to come to this tree and I were to hit it and I were to run past it, I would still be okay. And I'll probably exemplify that a little bit later. But the most important part is I went to a tree, threw a Pokemon at it, and there was a shiny Burmy, which is fantastic and not at all what I was expecting. Plus, I just got my first shiny alpha Pokemon from an outbreak, and that's pretty exciting. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna catch this in an Ultra Ball. Ooh. Burmy is caught. Knowing what we know now about how Pokemon spawn in the overworld as far as the advances of the seed and how they're randomly generated but predetermined, so on and so forth like that, we know a couple of things. We know that if I were to sleep to a different time, an overworld Pokemon would, then have the chance to respawn. It would be the next advance of the seed. However, the trees and rocks work a little bit differently, that there's only going to be one Pokemon visible. Now, I don't know if it's actually possible to have the Pokemon from a tree or a rock advance in the seed, but I do know that we can manipulate the game to allow it to see the same Pokemon again. Right there, that's my Alpha Shiny from the Outbreak. But yeah, right here, level 13, shiny Burmy. I'm just gonna throw it in my party for now. Now, how this trick works has to do with sub-areas. Sub-areas work because they're part of the map that only the encounter table and everything else inside of it is only generated upon your first time going in there. I explained all this in my video when I went over probably the easiest alpha Pokemon to go after, which would be the Gallade in the Snow Point Temple and the Alpha Crobat inside of the Wayward Cave if you wanted to shiny hunt those. These are considered sub-areas or sub-regions. In addition, you also have the Stone Portal. In the Alabaster Icelands, you also have a Cutie Cavern. The Callboat Coastlands, you have the Turnback Cave, and then you also have the Seaside Hollow. By the way, the Seaside Hollow, even before it becomes the Seaside Hollow, you could still enter it, and this trick will work for that. In addition, you also have Heatran's Place, the Lava Dome. And the Crimson Mirelands, you have the Valor Cavern over here. And the Obsidian Fieldlands, we have the Verity Cavern. So from here, now that I have my Burmy, all I have to do is go to one of these sub-regions. I also named myself an Alpha Weavile, so I was going for space-time distortions here. And I'm like, well, instead of quitting out early, let's just go around and check these trees, and I'm happy that I did. Here at Lake Verity, we're just gonna come inside of this little cave down here, whoop, and we're gonna enter. Soon as we hit A to enter into this cavern, we've started something. And what happens here is the encounter tables for the sub-region are drawn. There aren't any. What happens now is we have our timer for the region and the sub-region. And how it works is, if you're going to be in the sub-region, some events transpire in the main region, some events do not transpire. The only one that we're really focusing on for the purpose of this is the respawn timer for the trees, rocks, and chests. However, because we're not present in the region, it's not going to be advancing the seed. Instead, it's going to respawn the same advance of the same seed. I also don't remember which tree it was. I'm gonna have to look back at the footage for that. But the main part is, all we gotta do is just wait here for 30 minutes. Yep, don't put your Switch in a sleep mode or anything else, just wait 30 minutes. Set a timer for 30 minutes. I just realized that, because I have 2 Switches, I can actually talk about what I want to talk about while the other one is just hiding out in the cave over there like Osama bin Laden. Okay, cool. I'm actively trying to fill up my Alpha Dex, and I only need like 25 Pokemon left. Happening, although I can definitely get happening other places much easier than here. So all I'm doing is I'm going around to these trees, and I have a very fast way of clearing them out. If you're going for an Alpha Dex, you may know the pain of trying to get the Burmy to spawn too, because I think it's only like 1 or 2%. Every time I do a zone in, all I'm pretty much doing is just flying around the top, making a big old spiral, looking at all the trees, looking for any shakes. Where is it? Is it another Geodude? Tell me it's another Geodude. Or another Starly. No, it's not that one. Oh, it's another Geodude. This is now like my 6th of the Geodude line. I have enough shiny Geodude to fill up the farms in all 3 of my playthroughs now. I feel like every time that I go to record, this happens. So I'm just gonna record more. And you know what? If you've ever been thinking about trying to start a shiny dex, there's what, 220 Pokemon that you can get in here that can be shiny. So it's a fantastic game to start if you want to do a shiny dex. I'll go in front of a tree, look behind me, throw out a Pokemon, and then I'll just run away on Weird Ear. The whole purpose of that is I get to see the Pokemon. If it's not shiny or an alpha, I'm automatically exiting the battle and I can continue on checking these trees as fast as possible. The reason I'm doing this is because I have autosaves on. Definitely recommend keeping autosaves on for everything other than mass outbreaks. So I know that every single thing on this map is going to be determined when I load into the map for the first time. In addition, an autosave also triggers at that point in time. So if, you know, that was a shiny or an alpha or whatever, I can just hit the home button, turn the game off, turn it back on, and then boom, I'm good to go because I know exactly what tree is going to have what Pokemon. Again, I'm just going to throw out this god to... Oh, I didn't want to use Braviary. Yeah, if you use Braviary, there's a chance that it won't even trigger the tree. So now that I'm armed with that knowledge, I really don't fear, you know, accidentally running past one of these trees when it could be something good. Because normally, it's not. I'm far enough away, battle automatically ends, I just go about my day. And you might be thinking, wow, Austin, you're really, really overthinking this, aren't you? To that I would say, those, you know, few seconds that I'm shaving off here and there of every single one of these runs is definitely worth it. Because I've been at this for 8 hours. That's right, 8 hours of trying to get myself those 4 alpha Pokemon, which I know that Cherubi could be in mass outbreaks. Right? So I'm not even going for the 4 Cherubi trees. But hey, you know what? If you're going for an Alpha Dex, you might be luckier. You might be less lucky. You might be stuck in this purgatory than I am. I think the worst part of all of this is that the only random shinies that I'm going to come across are more bugs, birds, and rocks, of which I all have shiny already. I do need an Alpha Kadabra though. So, if one of these Abras could be a big boy, that'd be sweet. Also, there were some people who reached out on Twitter who said very nice things to me, like, hey, you know, I did a hunt for a shiny Alpha Spirit Tomb, do you want it? And just very nice offers like that, and Alpha Happenings. And while I do appreciate the sentiment, I really have to be the OT for my Pokemon home, because I did have a Pokemon home that included, you know, traded Pokemon for shinies and everything else like that. But for me, it's a lot more special when I'm the OT. You know what I mean? At least this is better than the mechanics of BDSP, where like you would have to wait an extended period of time. Let's also go check for the Alpha Pikachu, because I still need... I still need an Alpha Pikachu and Pichu. I'm now at the point that I don't even save in front of these things anymore, because I know where they are. They're gonna respawn back in case, you know, I fail it, but I'm not gonna fail it with an Ultra Ball. I think that's my 8th Starly. Again, just birds, bugs, and rocks. Just to let you know, I do like a lot of just sort of rambling, sharing tips and experiences that I've had while I'm doing this recording. So each recording is usually like 30 minutes. And then when I'm sitting down to edit, I'm like, dude, just too much. You're getting off track too much. And then I usually end up chopping it down. but I just want you to know that, you know, I'm still talking to you for like 40 minutes more. You're just not hearing it. I'm not gonna lie, that actually made me jump scare a little bit just because of how quiet and calm it was here. All right, let's hop back over. This guy has been waiting for a half hour. I know, time flies when we're having fun. So now, let's go outside and hope that I could find that same tree that I just found before. And it's shaking again. Pretty good sign. The 2 Geodudes are back. Yep, we got the shiny sound. Shiny Burmy. Now, as you're gonna notice, there's a level 13 Burmy. It's male. This is the exact same Pokemon that we just encountered. This is a duplicate of that same exact advance. I'm actually not 100% if the game would consider it the same Pokemon. Anyways, we caught it because I caught them in different Pokeballs. You could tell that they're, you know, 2 separate Pokemon here. Exact same information here. The stats spread is exactly the same. The nature is the same. Everything about the Pokemon is the same. So, just to let you know, you can't do this expecting that you're gonna find a male Burmy and a female Burmy. So it's me the next morning and I was editing and I was going through some stuff and I reached out to Anubis in regard to this because I wanted to know if these 2 Pokemon are the same, and Anubis said yes, they are 100% the same. The game will identify it as a clone. If the clone checker that exists in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl was ever brought over to Pokémon Legends Arceus, the duplicate Pokemon would be flagged. So do this at your own risk. Again, I'm more using this for the in case I accidentally missed something because I ran past it. I'm not specifically using this for, you know, I need duplicates of things. Also, while looking over every single Pokemon that can be between every rock, box, and tree, I don't know why you would want more than 1, except if you're doing a living Alpha Dex, you know, getting that second Alpha Burmy, I would probably do that. If you're trying to complete the Cherubi Pokedex page and you want to see a whole bunch pop out of a tree and you can guarantee 1, although I do think it's faster to just rezone over and over, within 30 minutes you're gonna get one of those trees shaking again with a Cherim inside of it, or Cherubi. And the only other thing that I could think of is if you got a shiny Rotom coming out of one of the boxes and you wanted to have all 6 shiny Rotoms, I could see that. Transfer it to home, just keep it in there as part of your shiny living dex. That's really the only application I would see people ever really wanting to use this, but now you know it exists. There you go. You could screenshot that. I rotated it, so it's gonna be even bigger on your phone. You know how to do the screen lock thing and then hold it sideways and rotate. And I don't have to explain to you how your phone works. You're an adult. As far as other people's testing has gone, this only works in this sense. Meaning that if there's a Pokemon in the overworld region and you go into the cave, it works that way. It does not work being in a cave and then going to the overworld and then waiting 30 minutes for the cave Pokemon to spawn, because as I mentioned before, they just don't spawn like that. Just to show you it can be done, I'm just gonna head back to my cave now. Just gonna head back to the cave and just wait there for another 30 minutes. And now we wait like Tony Stark. I told you guys I needed Alpha Kadabra, right? Well, luckily I have a Kadabra outbreak on the map. So, might as well head here on my run as well. Is it sad that I'm hoping for an Alpha over a shot? I have a shiny! I need an Alpha! Why? Why do you do this to me, game? And get him in the Ultra Ball. Why am I being cautious? Just give him a little boopy boop. Nice. 3 shinies in one video, in addition to the 2 Burmies. And in 9 minutes, we're gonna go get our 3rd. That's another 30 minutes. 21:17. 21:47, exactly half hour. Nice. That, I'm pretty sure the first one happened at night, the second one was the morning, and now we'll have the afternoon. So even though Burmy barely looks different, at least, you know, the background is gonna look very different. And since it's once again shaking, once again, shiny Burmy. That was the worst angle possible. Can we re-record that? Further away this time. Nice. So in summary, that's how you get duplicate shiny Pokemon coming out of trees, rocks, boxes, and treasure chests. This is useful for if you're going to be skipping past trees like I am and by chance you didn't have autosaves on, or if you just want duplicate of the same shiny Pokemon. Well, there we go. That's how you're going to be able to duplicate extremely specific Pokemon under extremely specific circumstances. Let me know if you implement this technique or if you already had in the comment section down below, and maybe other scenarios in which it could be very useful. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, turn on notifications. Happy Johto Day to Pokemon Go players. Until next time, Austin John out. By the way, as I walked over here to go check if this Pikachu was an alpha, it's not. He's an alpha, but he's shiny. That is my fate of this game. Just want the alpha. That's all I want, is the alpha. Maybe there's at least something useful in here. Are you kidding me? I can't make this up. The video was supposed to be over already. I didn't want to use the Great Ball.